So with the third generation Toyota Tacomas being out since 2016 and myself recently picking up my first Tacoma, and not just that, but my first truck, I figured I'd give you guys my top 5 quality of life modifications coming into one of these trucks. These aren't modifications that are overall gonna increase the performance of the truck. They're not gonna increase the looks of the truck, but for general daily use, just to increase the quality of life that you're gonna have when driving, things that I feel like should have been improved on, could have been improved on, or things that just make your life a little bit easier. Now my Tacoma really isn't anything special. It is a 2017 TRD off-road, not really modified yet. We're working on it, we're getting there, we got plans for it. Now with that being said, the first thing I wanna touch on is actually lighting on the truck. Now I had the factory lights on here when I bought the truck. It was factory halogen low beam, factory halogen fog lights. We swapped both of those out for LEDs. Now you don't necessarily need to spend all the big money on the headlights if you don't really want to, but the fog lights are a noticeable game changer for driving at night. Super easy to install. The bumper comes off in about 5 minutes. Pull out the grill, there's a couple clips, a couple little 10mm screws. Grill comes out, a couple clips going around the outside of the bumper. You can drop the bumper down enough to be able to get your hands behind the bumper, get to the fog light, pull the fog light out. As you guys can see, the factory fog lights, I mean, plus the LED ones just look better on the front end of the truck, but the overall light output from the LEDs is outstandingly better than the halogen counterparts that it came with. One screw holding it in, pop the electrical connector on, plug it back in, get it going, put the bumper on, put the grill in, and bam, you got some fog lights that are actually gonna make a difference for you when driving at night. The next modification that I have on my list is actually a set of wide angle mirrors. I use these on pretty much all of my cars as well. I've noticed they make a huge difference, but the thing that I see with a lot of aftermarket wide angle mirrors, and these ones are actually anti-glare also, but the thing that I've noticed is a lot of them, whenever you go to a wide angle mirror, they don't have the provisions for the electrical connectors that you need to be able to retain things like blind spot detection, heated mirrors, integrated turn signals if you want those. Now these have all of that. We do not have the turn signals wired in because personally I just don't use them. I don't care for the turn signals in the mirror, but they still have blind spot detection. They still have the heated aspect of them, so that way in the wintertime they will defrost. I guess it's defrost once they're all frosty and chilly and cold, and put a sweater on your mirrors so that way they don't get cold and chilly. The wide angle mirrors also increase the visibility of how much you can actually see on the left and the right hand side of the truck, which in my opinion is a win. For I think $130, it's really not bad. Now, this next one seems to be hit or miss for a lot of people. Wind visors or rain guards, you can call them whatever you want. Living in Washington State, we get a lot of rain, and being able to crack the windows, not only for me, but even for the dogs, like Mochi, come here. Not only for me, but even for them, just to be able to crack the windows a little bit so they can get their fresh air and their sniffs in while we're driving around. It's a huge bonus. And even in the summertime, don't leave your dogs in the car with your windows cracked with wind visors on. I'm gonna tell you that right now because they're obviously gonna get way too hot and they're gonna overheat. But in the summertime, you can crack your windows also while your dogs are not in your car or your truck. And you can run into the store or something like that, so you're still getting a little bit of airflow going into the truck, so that way it's not going to be unbearably hot when you do jump back in there. They also serve the aspect of if you do eventually want to go off-roading, overlanding, things like that. If you come across a big puddle, you can have your window cracked, you can just mob right through it. Water won't get inside of the car, they'll hit the visors and come right off. So it's one of my favorite go-to mods. A lot of people, they seem to be hit or miss for a lot of people. Some people don't like the styling or the look of them. Personally, I actually like how they look on the truck. Same with the cars. Now the ones that I've never been a huge fan of are the in-channel ones that go inside of the channel on the window. I've seen some of them break, I've seen them get caught, I've seen them fall out. These ones actually 3M on the outside of the door frame, and then they have integrated locks that go into the frame and actually have pop clips that go in there. So wind visors, rain guards, call them whatever you want. That's one of my favorite ones. I was gonna install these on camera for you guys, that way you guys could see it, but it just rained so much up here that I wanted to throw them on early. This one bothered me. It may not bother you guys as much, but the center console in the Tacomas, with how they come from the factory, it's a giant hole. Like there's nothing in here, there's no organization. You do have a 12-volt plug down there, but aside from that, there's nothing in that cubby that warrants it to be that large. So I hopped online, I found one of these nice little organizer tray guys, which makes life so much easier. I can put my garage door opener in there, my gate keys, my sunglasses, I can toss my phone in there. You can toss whatever you need to in here and it's still gonna be organized. Plus you still have the massive amount of space underneath of the cubby to be able to organize everything nicely. For, I think that was like 20 bucks. Well worth it in my opinion. Honestly, it makes daily driving the truck way better. When I have to search for things, I don't feel like I'm reaching into Mary Poppins' purse and pulling out umbrellas and all this other random stuff. I can easily just grab what I need. Now the last one I actually have for you guys is LED interior lights and floor mats. I don't know why I decided to combine them into one, but I decided to combine them into one. When I got my Tacoma, it came with some really old beat OEM all-weather floor mats. And don't get me wrong, they get the job done just fine. But since I daily drive this, I'd like it to feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more kind of clean, I guess I should say. So I opted for a set of, I don't know what these are, Husky Liner floor mats. Not bad in price. I think I got it for like 60, 70 bucks. And they give a more modern look to the floor mat, I guess, if that makes sense. If not, don't worry about it. But the other one that I have is interior lighting. Now, with these LEDs, the thing that I don't like about the kit that I bought here is whenever you open the map lights, they're blue. And all the other lights are like a white. So I'll probably end up swapping these out in the future. The kit that I got, I mean, it was like 20 bucks for the LED interior kit, so it wasn't expensive at all. But the white lights and having the LEDs is so much brighter at night whenever you're trying to like sit, if you don't have the center cubby organizer and you're trying to dig through Mary Poppins' purse right there and you got some halogen lights and it's a little bit difficult to see in there. The LEDs just put out more light, making it a little bit easier to see, making it a little bit easier to find stuff, especially when I'm getting in and out of the truck. Since I'm at the shop all the time and I'm there late at night, I gotta fiddle around inside of the truck whenever I park back at the house and grab all my stuff. I noticed like I'd have things that would like start to roll under the seats and whatnot, and with the halogen bulbs, do they work? 100%. Could it be better? Also 100%. I figured I'd toss this one in as just a little bonus. Now, while everybody may not need one of these, they are nice to have. Personally, I'm pretty rough with my keys sometimes, so having this little key fob replacement protector guy has definitely come in handy a couple times as I've thrown my keys around the shop whenever I get there. I have broken key fobs in the past, and for what, 15, 20 bucks for this thing, it's really not bad. It also decreases the size of the footprint of the key fob, so it doesn't take as much space up in your pocket. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. So we're gonna be doing Tacoma videos every Tuesday. We're gonna be calling it Taco Tuesday, where we're either modifying the Tacoma, doing Tacoma videos, doing Tacoma stuff. It should be a fun time. Next week, we're gonna be doing the Bilstein leveling kit on the truck. We've got a whole bunch of other truck stuff coming for this thing. It should be fun, so we'll start sprinkling in Tacoma videos, like I said, every Tuesday. Maybe we'll start eating tacos while we shoot these videos. Double Taco Tuesday. We do Tacoma stuff, we eat tacos on Tuesdays. Could be, I mean, I'm saying, dude, it sounds like a fun time to me. But with that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I will link down below all of the modifications that we talked about today to increase the quality of life of daily driving these trucks to make it just a little bit better for you. But with that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, sight, and whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, I'll put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.